You guys like this show and want to make your own? Let me tell you about Anchor. For one, it's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. The possibilities are endless for what you can create, whether it's music analysis, your own radio show, or something the world's never heard before. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. All right, guys, welcome back to All Grown Up, episode 6. I'm so excited for this episode.
Same. It's a new location.
New location, if you guys can't tell, we are back at my house in San Diego. The guest that we have for today has been, one, very highly requested, and two, she actually lives in San Diego, so we want to make it easier. I'm down here with the family, so real quick before we start, I just want to say thank you guys so much for returning and giving All Grown Up a chance. I've been reading a ton of feedback, and you guys have shown so much love.
A lot. And
Dude.
I've seen so many, like, just positive comments, so it's just, like, nice to read. And, like, you guys are enjoying the episode, so we're going to keep bringing it to you guys.
Yeah, and the one comment that sticks out to me is people that say that they don't usually watch podcasts, but then ours just sticks out to them, and they love it. So
that's awesome.
Hey, guys, without further ado, we are introducing a very special guest that goes by the name of Molly Eskam. Hey, Molly.
Wow. Highly requested guest.
Oh, yeah, definitely. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Great.
Doing great.
Vibes are here.
Yes. Thank you for coming and being a part of All Grown Up.
Thank you for having me. And
yeah,
we're all grown up.
Yeah.
I know, right? We really
Crazy.
are. It's crazy.
Mhm.
Like, we met when we were pretty much teenagers.
We were both teenagers. I feel like people forget how young we really were when we started.
Yeah.
interacting
We'll
with
get
each
into
other.
that in a second. But Molly, we haven't talked in a while, actually we've texted, but we haven't seen each other in a while. And, I miss you. How have you been?
I miss you too. I've been good. How have you been?
Pretty good. Started this podcast.
Yeah, I've seen.
Yeah.
This is going to be a juicy episode, I feel like.
You think it's going to be juicy?
I don't know. I just feel
Ah.
like it's going to be like one of those, you know what I'm saying?
I think so too.
You guys have no idea.
There's just a lot that a lot of people don't know.
I don't even know half the stuff, so that's why I'm kind of curious.
I feel like there's so much that we've kept, and I feel like there's just so I feel like you and me just need to sit down for a day and just talk about so much stuff.
Exactly. And I'm glad that we could do it here because All Grown Up is uncensored, uncut, and it's just
Raw.
all raw reactions and just anything you want to talk about, you can release here
oh my
on
God.
All Grown
Don't
Up.
tell me that.
Oh, you're gonna sit here for 5
It's an open
hours. A
book.
rug is the worst. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Okay. Well, to kick off today's episode, let's start with a life update. How have you been? What have you been up to?
I've been good as far as projects. I'm trying to work on some more magazines, and then
Ooh.
other than that, my birthday's next month. I don't know what to do because my friend lost her passport. I wanted to go to Cabo, but it's not happening.
Just
Yeah.
go without her.
Yeah.
Dolo, yeah,
That's
go
fine.
Dolo.
But I saw that you were also on the cover of Playboy. So
Yeah.
congrats
Wow.
on that. That's
Thank
That's
you.
huge.
That is really big.
Thank you.
I saw that was goal of yours since you turned 18 or something.
Mhm. No, I wanted it literally since I was 17, and then the minute I turned 18, I was just messaging them nonstop, and then it finally happened at 21.
That's amazing.
So no matter what you want, no matter how big it is, just keep doing it, guys.
Yes, I'm proud of you. That's
Preach.
awesome.
Yeah.
For real though.
Yeah.
That's
Noah,
amazing.
Life update.
Shit, man, my birthday is next week. It's on
Hey.
Friday.
September babies.
September 3rd, Drake is dropping his album the same day.
Oh.
Brian woke me up this morning saying, "Yo, bro." First words I hear when I wake up, Drake's dropping on your birthday. I'm like, what the fuck? Let's go.
I
I'm
woke
hyped.
up.
I'm hyped.
I woke up and I saw Drake announce the date. It was September 3rd, and I'm like, yo, that's Noah's birthday. I
Dude,
just
how did it line
stormed
up
to
like
you.
that? I don't know, but I mean, I'm good. I'm chilling.
It's your birthday present. He did it for you.
Exactly. I know.
He
Drizzy.
knows you.
We're like this. Literally.
No, he's not kidding.
But I don't
I'm
doubt
serious.
it.
Me and Drake are like this.
Okay. I
We're
got
really
you.
close.
Yeah.
You usually call him Drizzy.
Not even that. Aubrey.
What does he call you?
Noah.
No.
But
your
hey,
name.
I'm good. I'm doing great.
You doing good?
How are you doing?
I'm doing amazing, actually. I just threw the first pitch at the Padres
That's
game.
so crazy.
It was crazy.
That's insane. Yeah,
I used to go to
clap.
Padres games as a kid, and then I'm like, damn, I wonder what it's like being on that field, stepping on the field, and the fact that I got to throw the first pitch.
Yeah.
It wasn't a strike, all right. It wasn't really that
It was
good
close.
of a pitch,
It was close.
but it was great. we have something that we still haven't announced that me and you both watched this morning.
Yes. Wow. I can't even.
Molly, I
yeah.
told you a little bit about it. Why I moved to LA to record some sort of.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's sick. That's gonna come out very soon. But other than that, I've been chilling. You know, my lease in LA ends in about 2 weeks, so I think I'm gonna be coming back to San Diego. I know where my heart's at, and it's definitely here. I don't care what anybody says. I love San Diego.
To the heart, yeah.
Yeah, Molly, you're from San Diego.
I know. It's hard to leave. I've been thinking about moving to LA literally since I've been 18, but I just...
That's how I've
been.
Hard
on the fence about it.
Yeah, it's just hard.
How many times in the past have I said like, oh, I'm moving to LA, and then I just would never do it? A lot of my fans know that too, because I would announce it, and then like 2 weeks later, I'm like still here.
It's something weird about San Diego. Like, you just can't get out of it.
And it's just something about LA that's hard for you to like live there.
Because San Diego has everything that LA has, but it's just more calmed down. And then it's still only like an hour and like 45-minute drive, so it's not that big of a deal.
Exactly. You could go visit your friends, film content, collab, and just
then come back home.
Still come back home to San Diego. That's awesome. But hey, a lot of people don't know this.
Oh my gosh.
But no one knows how we met. Well, actually, some people do. The OGs know.
I don't even know.
You don't know?
I don't.
You
think
don't
so.
know?
Like the exact story, word for word? No.
Okay, Molly,
Well,
you want to say it?
Okay, so I was like modeling in LA Fashion Weeks, right? And then your cousin actually was like one of the main guys. He was like the only like cool guy because there was like a lot of creeps up there in LA.
Clint,
like he was
Hey.
literally like I kind of clung on to him and like was a friend because like he was just like, you could tell he was just like a nice guy, like nothing weird about him.
we have that in our family.
Yeah, I was like, okay, this guy's cool. So anyways, one day he texts me and he's like, hey, do you want to be on my cousin's YouTube channel? And I was like, sure. Like literally it was like, I show up, I meet you, we do model warfare, and basically we just like stayed in contact forever. Yeah.
Yes. That was when I started my new series, Call of Duty Model Warfare, which was actually Clint's idea. He was very creative. He still is.
Yeah.
But he gave me that idea. He's like, instead of modern warfare, why don't you like invite models over and teach them how to play Call of Duty while doing a Q&A with them?
That actually is smart.
I was like, yo,
So
that's
genius.
genius. And I think that's when I had just hit 1 million subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a big milestone. It was a cool series. And I think we ended up doing a second one, but it was like a pajama. It was like a pajama.
It was like a lingerie.
Oh yeah, it was a lingerie episode.
Yeah.
Peep that.
Hey,
Oh,
I knew
yeah.
the clickbait back in the day, bro.
You had some good series starting off on 1 million subscribers.
No, but that's how we met, and then I thought she was really cool. We stayed in contact, and we just stayed friends. And then in the future, like a year down the road, you know, like we started hanging out more, and we started making more videos. And I think that's when like we kind of like had feelings for each other.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much how we started dating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel like people forget how young we were. Like, we're literally teenagers. And I feel like at the time I met you, like, YouTube was a thing, but there wasn't all these influencers that there are now. So, like, at the time, I was like, it was so crazy because I, like, literally, like, have seen you grow from, like, so much. And then, like, I've seen so many other people, like, influencers come into, like, the industry, but you still always, like, top it, which is crazy.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, my work ethic, like I just love filming YouTube videos, and like every time you'd come over, like I'd be like stressing, like, yo, like we need to get a video, we need to do a video.
Oh my god, I would come over, we'd literally have, every time I'd come over, we'd not know what we're doing at all. Nothing planned at all.
Nothing.
And we would just wing it every time.
And you know what I love too is like I love doing videos like more in the moment, because it's like if I like stacked videos for like a month, I feel so out of date. You know what I
And
mean?
to
I want
come back and do it, you know
I
what
want to
I mean?
like keep up with the trends, and like kind of like I think that's what I developed a good relationship with my fans, is that I would keep it all raw. You know, I'd keep it like real raw and like just
Up to date.
Like yeah, I think it was cool, and you know, from there. Yeah,
I remember there was like a time where it was the summer, we would film so much. I literally knew just to have like a bikini in my car, a change of clothes. Like literally, like the minute for you to text me, I'd be like, okay, like I just need like these 5 things in my car.
The summer pool videos hit.
Literally, there was one summer where we were filming so much, and I was like, okay, Molly, like you just need to start having a bikini in your car at all times.
I remember that because like you would come over and I wouldn't even have an idea, and then like we would think of a pool video, and you're like, don't worry, I brought a bikini.
You've gotten so much use out of that pool.
I know, we definitely got a lot of
yeah,
a lot of
it's
pool
definitely like
videos.
repaid for itself like a million times over.
And it's not because of anything, like just because I love pools.
No, yeah, there's so many ideas. Snakes
just-
in the pool, pushing me in the pool.
Yeah, like it's
yeah, exactly.
That's
Floats on the pool.
That's the reason. Yeah. Noah, did you used to watch my videos back then?
Sporadically, yeah. I was like a huge fan of your summer videos, and like whenever I saw you, I was like, okay, like are they dating or like what's going on? Like,
yeah,
what's really
it was
happening?
a very like complicated.
Very complicated.
So let's get into it.
Oh my gosh, do you want to just get right into that?
Oh my god, there's so much stuff.
I think
like,
that's what everyone wants to hear about.
I don't think we've ever sat down and actually like really freely just talked about it.
No, that's why I love having a podcast.
We've always kept it just very like oh yeah, like we're good, or like we're not, like oh yeah, we're like bleh. But like we've never just like literally like actually talked about it. And I think it's so obvious because we have so many questions. Because I don't know if like both of you and me, we've never really talked about it with each other either.
Yeah.
So it's hard to talk about it on camera.
It's hard for me to communicate with people. It's like,
I feel like I'm the same way too. Like literally, like that's why I feel like there's so many like emotions like we haven't talked about, because I always like laugh things off with like sarcasm and stuff. Like for me to actually talk about my emotions, especially like when I like somebody, is so hard. Like I literally can't do it.
yeah.
And I feel like you're the same way too.
Exactly.
But yeah. That's why there's so many questions.
So I feel like there's a lot of misconceptions with like what girls really want. Like whether you're at your status, which is like a model, or just like any other girl. Like girls usually look for, in like my eyes in this day and age, like someone with a lot of money maybe, or like they have like or they're an influencer, or like who knows, like they're a 6-foot athlete. Like what would you say you look for in a guy?
I honestly just look for somebody I can laugh with, because at the end of the day, like if I can't laugh with someone, I get bored, and that sounds so bad. Like I literally would be like, I don't want to hang out with you. Like I'd rather hang out with my friends and someone that's just like fun, like that, like plans things, activities. And as far as like looks go, like literally, like I don't have a type. I really don't have a type at all. But yeah, just like somebody that's fun, and also someone that's like confident. I have been accused of so much stuff that like literally never done. And it causes so, like, I'm sure you feel the same way, and it causes so, like, much friction in the relationship. And then another thing, people always think, like, oh, since, like, I do modeling or this or that, or, like, whatever, I like hair, I like makeup, like, obviously, like, I look for somebody with money and things like that, which is so funny, because if people knew the truth, like, I've actually, like, paid, for dates and stuff, because I feel like people already think that about me, so I try to prove so hard that I'm not that person.
Yeah.
That's
and
awesome.
I can vouch for that. Like, you're not that type of person.
It's so annoying, because I feel like people literally think that, and like if they actually knew the truth, like I've literally like paid for like my friends' flights, I pay for like everything just to like prove to people like I'm not that person. And to me, like that's so unattractive, like when girls are like that.
I think a lot of people thought you dated me for money, and that's the main thing. Like,
but that's so like that's so weird. What do people think? Like, hey, like, babe, can you give me some cat? Like, what? Like, what do you think's going on? Like,
I mean,
hey, babe, like, let's go shopping. Like, no,
you're doing really well for yourself.
Yeah, obviously you've helped me so much, and like the thing is you've helped me so much, but I've taken it and I've tried to do everything I can with it. Like, I would never ask you, be like, I need money. Like, obviously you've helped me so much, and I'm like, what can I do with what he's given me? And try to turn it into something else. Yeah,
and like, for example, I mean, I've gotten you like gifts, and then you've gotten me gifts. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like it's like
100%.
Like you got me like a sick Louis bag, and I'm like, yo, like no one surprised me with something like this. Like that's sick.
No,
so it's 100%. Like instead, like people always think that like, oh, how could she be dating FaZe Rug? He's 5'7", skinny, blah blah. And I'm like, bro, like, do people not realize that like people go for personality in relationships? It's really not all about the looks. I mean,
because
you
could go for looks, and then you're more likely than not gonna end up getting hurt. You know what I mean? Like, you're not looking for someone that's actually who you like.
Yeah, not even you're like, I don't know, like when people say that,
am
like,
I
they're
attractive?
Yeah, like, oh, I don't get it. Like literally,
you would
like,
date me too.
I mean, we haven't announced it off camera.
We'll do it in the next podcast.
Like, it's not like you're like Hunchback of Notre, like what? Like when I see those comments, I'm literally like,
I know, I'm sorry,
you're like a young like guy, like what the, like what?
I read your comments sometimes on TikTok, and I'm like, yo, like the internet has no chill.
No, like I don't know what they expect me to be with.
Like a lot of people think like it hurts me, but like I'm so happy now because I've learned to not let that affect me. But like I'll be in your comments, and it's like, ain't no way FaZe Rug was with her. If FaZe Rug can get
I literally want to know like what people expect me to be with. Like I'm like, what? Like
that's what he asked you. Like, would you prefer like an athlete, or like there's no like, okay, obviously there's standards, but like
do you want to know something so funny that like maybe this is the way I think this way? So both of my brothers are like huge athletes, right? So like when I see like people like that, like I'm not attracted to that. I think I'm almost attracted to the opposite, because I've grown up with like my brothers are fighters, and like to me that's just like, obviously you're not attracted to like your family. So to me, like my whole life, it's just like when I see big guys, I'm like, that's like family.
Really? Like, is that how you see it?
I think you're attracted to the opposite, because like if you had a sister and like maybe if she was like brunette, you'd be attracted to blonde, or like whatever, you're attracted to like what you didn't grow up with, if that makes sense.
So
in my
RIP
head.
to all the athletes in Molly's DMs.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I just think
Sorry.
of you as like a brother.
Right.
Like, literally, like I grew up with that. So it's like, to me, it's not attractive. I like grew up seeing that every single day.
Okay, wait. Do you have athletes in your DMs?
Yeah.
I can,
oh my God, my
I can only
DMs,
imagine.
my DMs are a little. Mostly have rappers in my DMs.
Oh, that's sick.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, at least they're not athletes.
It's definitely always rappers. I don't know why.
Which is like one you can't name any of them, I'm guessing, right?
No, I wouldn't.
Probably not. But like,
Are they like popping?
Mm-hmm. There's a few that are like pretty poppin', but I never go hang out with them. I'm too scared. I literally am like, I can't do it.
Rappers
Really?
are kind of scary with their like mobs of like, you know what I mean? They like
They just different.
They move
you know?
different.
Like,
Like,
it's different.
I would go to like a party or hang out, but like literally they'll be like, oh, like I'll send you a card and stuff. I'm like, I don't know what you're thinking, but like I
Yeah.
can't. Like I literally.
I feel like
can't.
they think
You
you're
have too
one
much
of those
self-respect.
girls.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I've been tempted before. I've been like, oh, that'd be kind of cool, but I'm like, no. Like at the end of the day, what's the point? I'm just gonna
Yeah.
show up and they're gonna expect something from me that I don't want to do, and then I'm just gonna like leave feeling bad about myself.
And then they're not gonna talk
And then
to
that,
you
yeah,
again.
like what's the like? Literally, I don't get girls that do that. Like,
I feel
what
like-
do you get out of that?
If you met a rapper in a more natural way kind of thing, like if you met him like
Yeah.
on some cool shit and you guys actually clicked, and it's different, but like
Yeah.
that's
instead of like, yo, slide through.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
if it was
yeah.
like everybody hanging out, if it was like a party or something, like yeah, of course. But like I'm not going to just like I don't care who you are. Like I'm not gonna show up at your house just to do something for what? For no
Mhm.
reason. Like I don't get it.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah.
feel you.
Mm-hmm.
So this question's actually for both you from me, and I'm just like genuinely curious. Like, what are like some of the worst ways and like best ways you can get at, let's say, Brian or you? Like, you know what I mean? Like Instagram DMs, maybe meeting you in person. Like, what's a good way to like get your attention, like to try and be with you, I guess?
Do you want to go first?
Sure. I mean, for me, like, again, this whole like on-off relationship for 5 years, I haven't really been tapped into that for
Yeah.
a long time.
Been
So
out the
I'm
game.
kind of like new to it because like
Yeah.
when I'm in a relationship, I'm freaking loyal. You know what I mean? Like
Definitely.
I won't do something like crazy like that. But I think as of recent, I think the new way of like getting people's attention is Instagram DMs because it's
Yeah.
like, how else are you gonna communicate with someone?
Definitely. It's
you
so
don't know
weird
them.
though, because it's like, obviously, at least for me, I don't prefer Instagram DMs. I'd rather see someone face to face and actually have a
Mhm.
genuine convo. But
yeah,
in
like
this
if you
day
meet
and
them
age,
at what, like a party?
exactly. Maybe. I mean, it could be anywhere. Honestly, you can find your wife at like a McDonald's. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
you could. You
I
could
swear.
Hey, it's, I
Yeah.
want to
You
hear like
never know.
people's love stories
That's
of like
actually
how
really
they met
sweet.
their girlfriend or like wife. Like,
yeah.
how was it? I know my parents was an arranged marriage, but that's like
It was arranged.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it worked out great.
my mom said that when she saw my dad get off the plane, she started running away.
Really?
She didn't even get to see a photo first.
I think she saw the photo, but she said she got clickbaited.
Like
it
Catfish.
It didn't look like my dad. I think my dad created catfish. so-
Damn.
Nah, but like, I think they're going at 25 years.
Oh
Wow.
my God.
I could
That's
be wrong.
amazing.
Sorry, 27. I don't know.
That's
but
crazy.
yeah, so like, what do you think? Like, is it DMs in like a respectful way, not like
the
yo,
best
come through.
way or the worst way?
Both.
Okay, so the worst way is if someone slides in my DMs or something. First of all, I'm probably not going to respond because you're probably sliding into other girls' DMs too. Like, I'm not stupid.
Yep.
But when I go to their account and I see if they're following my other friends, I'm like,
Mm.
you kind of messed up there.
That's true.
Or
Okay.
if I
But-
see that they're following you, I'm like, okay, like obviously you know me from him, so like that's kind of like annoying. So
Yeah.
if there's certain people I see them following, like my friends, like there's been so many times guys will try to get at me and then they'll like leave comments on my friends like photos. I'm like,
Mm.
come on, dude, like you can be a little bit like better than that.
But
Yeah.
I see it kind of in a different way because, like, let's say I'm sliding into a girl's DMs and like I
Uh-huh.
follow some of her friends. Like, maybe like I don't have like it's all intentions. I feel like at the end of the day, because like if I'm
Uh-huh.
not really sliding into their girls like her friends DMs, but let's say I know them from the past, like oh she went to high school with me, or like you know
Your
what I mean.
friends.
Like,
Oh no, I
I
get
just
what
know
you're
of
saying
them,
like
you know what I'm
that.
saying? Like,
yeah.
and like maybe I did have something with them in the past, but I moved on from them
Yeah.
and then hold another chapter, and I really genuinely like the person I'm sliding into now. It's kind of different.
I get what you're saying.
It's just perspective and how you.
I'm talking about like someone
it.
completely random though. Like
Ran-
literally
okay.
like from like another state or something. I'm like, okay.
That's
Yeah.
different then. That's
Yeah.
different.
And
like,
if they're
Mhm.
leaving
Miami
comments
people.
on your friends' pictures.
Yeah,
you
I'm
know?
like, okay, like we all talk to each other.
Yeah.
It's a little obvious.
Now, what's the best way?
The best way, honestly, is person, but that's hard. Like if you're doing social media, I guess just be like something simple. Like something like I've responded to things that are just like very like simple but short, like, hey, like a question, just like something like very simple. It's probably like the best way.
Yeah.
Because when I see paragraphs, I'm like, okay, like if you're pouring your heart out to me this fast, like you're probably doing it to everybody else too.
Yeah.
Like my biggest turn off is when someone tells me like their deepest, darkest secrets like the first day. I'm like literally like,
so
okay,
overwhelming.
like, yeah, I'm like, first of all, it's overwhelming. Second of all, you probably have done this like 10 other girls.
They confess their love to you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. So Molly, you and I have known each other for a while, since I had 1 million subs, and you know, we had chemistry from the jump, and you know, you grew with me, I grew with you, and you've kind of seen me go through my insecurities, like someone with like a big platform like that, and like getting mean, hateful comments every single day, like it really does get to someone. And I just wonder, for a person like you, like a supermodel, like a model, yeah. I don't know what the difference is, but you know, I'm pretty sure you face a lot of like hate and like people criticize the way you look, and I was just wondering like how that makes you feel, and if you have any like message to like the younger girls kind of like aspiring to be what you are today, like any like advice or how you just took that.
Well, I remember the first video we ever did, all the comments, like I'd never had so many people like just like bashing the way I look. Like
horrible.
I know under this video there's going to be like comments about like you and me, like, oh my god, Molly looks this way, or like whatever, this and that. And I honestly feel like if you're insecure, like with your body, with like anything, either accept it or fix it. Like, for example, like either like going to the gym and stuff, like it makes you feel so much better. But like you need to ask yourself, like, can I accept this? Am I okay with this? And if you really can't, then just fix it. That's completely okay. Like fix it. Just make yourself happy with yourself. So basically, like I've dealt with it by, one, I've changed my hair, I've done different things, 2, working out a lot, and 3, like if I see something, I noticed when I was younger, like I would hate girls that had like their bodies done. Like I'd be like, oh my god, ew, who would do that? But deep down it was because I wanted it. You know what I'm saying? And
I feel like that's with a lot of like hate on the internet.
I literally remember like when I was younger, I'd be like, oh my god, girls with like implants are literally like, that's disgusting, who would do that? Like that's so trashy. And then once that, like, it was because I wanted it deep down, and I just couldn't afford it at the time. And then when I did, I was like, oh my god, like I feel so much better about myself. It was a me thing, like me hating on other people. So just know when you get hated on, it's literally probably deep down that person admires something about you.
Yeah, they want something
exactly.
That you have.
Like literally, like if they're like, she looks this way or she looks that way, it's because deep down, like a happy person would not do that. Like if you're literally happy and you see something that like you don't like about somebody, you feel bad for them. You don't want to say anything. Like if there's somebody that like I literally think looks terrible, like I feel bad. I'm not angry at them. Yeah. You're angry at people because you want what they have.
Yeah, and sometimes like the internet is so harsh. Like they will go in to make sure that they try to hurt you, and it's like, holy shit, bro, like how much hatred do you have? How much jealousy do you have filled in your body? Like instead of just like either not saying anything at all or saying it in a nicer way, like you're so angry to the point where you take time out of your day to sit there and write like paragraphs
that's
of like
really weird to
and
me.
It's so weird. I'm just like, bro, like
what?
Like what we do, like at least for me, like my whole thing is like spreading a positive message. So I think maybe that makes me more of a target, because it's like, oh, this guy is so like, there's something about him, like he hasn't had any drama, controversy, nothing. Like we have to make sure like we hurt his feeling. Like it's so weird. Why not just be like, oh cool, like Rug. Listen, all I'm gonna say is like I see a ton of positive comments. But when you do see the hate comments, it's like, I just wonder why. Like, it really, like, it makes me question, but then you just know, like, on the internet, there's a ton of haters, and you just gotta accept it.
And honestly, sometimes people are just going through, like, bad days. And
things
like that.
Like, people aren't, like, always in the best positions in life. So, like, they don't know how to take it or, like, handle it. So, they're like,
I feel you.
Might as well lash out on someone.
And that's why I, like, with my content, you know this, because we film literally every other day. Like, we try to make content that uplifts people. And I actually see a ton of comments that say, like, yo, I was having a horrible day until I saw this FaZe Rug video. And that's what I do it for. I'm like, dude, if I could fix someone's day, what
just
the
by
fuck?
Making a video?
That's sick.
Yeah. Like,
and that's what makes me love doing what I do. So, I don't know. I think the haters will always hate. And, like, you just got to do what makes you happy. Like you said, like, if you're not happy with your body, like, and you couldn't accept how you looked before, then fix it. You know, go to the gym. And it's not easy. Don't get me wrong.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
It takes, like, a lot of mental, a lot of
dedication. And I think being honest with yourself is the biggest thing, because I felt like how you just said, like, now you could finally be like, oh yeah, like, because I deep down really wanted it. Like, being honest with yourself is like the main thing that you need, that could help you grow, I feel like.
A lot of times, like, you just have to be honest, like, hey, yeah, I am insecure about this thing, but like I either just have to accept it and have so many other good things to offer, or I need to fix it
in a way that will satisfy yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
It just sucks when people like body shame, you know?
Yeah.
Because that's something like it's hard to like control. Like even if you're like,
definitely,
even if you're working on it and going to the gym and eating healthy, you're not gonna be overnight like, oh, okay, I'm 20 pounds skinnier. It takes months, years. It takes a long time. So like, hopefully people that like get talked shit about, like whether it's their body or whatever, I hope that motivates them instead of brings them down. Because like for me, like obviously I get made fun of my weight a lot, and before, oh my god, I used to let it affect me big
but you
time.
Make light out of it, and like that's so cool. Well, like first of all, there's nothing wrong with your body, but like when people say things like that, it's like you're okay with it. Like you make light out of it.
Now
and, like,
I do.
cool.
I'm not gonna lie. I used to get affected, but I'm like, you know what? Like,
really?
Yeah, I used to actually, because I'm like, yo, like I can't control it. I try to eat, but like now I'm just like, okay, like it's not that deep.
Yeah.
Honestly, fuck it.
Yeah, I really don't care anymore. Like I hope the only thing I care about is just fucking making people happy
and yourself.
Exactly. Yes, myself, other people, and then just trying to block out all the hate and living my life.
But I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that you guys can go deeper in. As far
Come
as,
on,
like,
bro. What?
I'm just curious.
Woo!
I'm sure they are too. Like, we need some like stories. Like any stories.
Oh
we have?
my goodness, me and Brian have quite a few stories. There's so many things that like has happened behind the scenes that
we haven't really talked about. There's one that does stick out to me. Oh my gosh, this was bad. It was my birthday party. Yeah, it was my birthday party in LA.
Is that the one with the ice sculpture?
Yes, the ice sculpture.
Oh, there was an ice sculpture
in the Clout House previously, and Bryce Hall was there.
I know what you're gonna say.
Molly came up to me and was like, yo, like, yeah, so Molly asked if like I could ask my security guard to like take him out. So I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, of course. So I asked my bodyguard to take Bryce out, and Bryce refused. What did he do?
So, and you were so nice and chill. You're like, hey, like, and you just told your bodyguard, and your bodyguard handled it. And then Bryce, we all probably know that Bryce likes to fight.
Yeah, I think we all know now.
Yeah, I think we all know that. Like, he said that. And yeah, it went downhill.
He punched my bodyguard in the face.
He did. He really, when he says he's been in 40 street fights, he probably has.
I'm not a boxer. I'm not a fighter. But he's been in 40 street fights.
Yeah, no, he has. Damn. And then I remember seeing that happen, feeling so bad. I was like, literally like, oh my God, I literally caused this.
No.
I know, obviously not. But like, I literally like saw this go down. I was like, oh.
And then like, what's crazy is like after that, like I think Bryce got thrown out. And then like a few months later, he started just popping off, and I'm like, "Yo, wait!"
I saw him on TikTok. I was like, "Is this the guy that got?"
Because I didn't really know him back then, and I'm like, "Yo, is that the guy that punched my bodyguard?"
TikTok was very early on in the series. Like it was very like
it's crazy. It was kind of like a joke, like, "Oh, do you have TikTok?" And I was like, "No." Like,
yeah, it was. It was like a shameful thing. To be like, you have a TikTok? You're like, no.
I still remember the first TikTok we made.
Oh,
it was a Doja Cat song, I think. It was like a dance.
Didn't even know.
Yeah, I remember that. But yeah, no, I mean, I think Bryce has definitely like changed as far as I know. I mean, I've hung out with him after a collab with him, and I actually brought it up the first time I like hung out with him. Yeah, I brought it up to him, and he's like, "Oh yeah, man, I remember that. My bad." I'm like, "Oh no, you're good." I mean, it was a long time ago.
You know what's funny? I actually was in Miami, and I was getting out of my Uber, right? And it was his Uber he was getting into. And he recognized me, and I literally was like, "Does this guy hate me?" But he was nice. He was super cool.
Isn't he like chill once you get to know someone?
No, yeah, he was
obviously
really cool.
What he did was not cool.
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy. I never thought I'd be able to talk about that story.
That's so funny. That looking back on it, it's funny now. But
no, it's hilarious. Like it's such a small world.
Yeah, I know.
Out of all the people.
What's another story that we could talk about? There's a lot.
Oh my goodness. What about when you stormed out of my party?
Oh, are we talking about Halloween here?
Oh no, we're talking about Halloween.
Right I don't even. This one was. Oh my gosh, Noah, you were with me for this one, so I have a freaking witness.
You were there. Oh no.
Listen, Molly. We're gonna keep this like kind of short, but Molly was throwing a Halloween event called Halloween, and I'm like, yo, that's dope. Like, she put her name in Halloween.
Play on words, yeah.
That's freaking sick. So Halloween, and of course, like. me and Molly were friends, and I'm like, I'm gonna go to support her. Like, I want to like support anything my friends do.
You dressed up and everything.
Yeah, I dressed up like a Gucci nerd.
Yeah.
What were you?
I was Robin from Batman.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I have a picture. I want to pop it up on the screen. We took it in that room downstairs.
For real.
Yeah. So we went there. It was like an open event. Was it like to fans as well?
It was to everybody, but yeah, you had to pay to get in. But basically, it was just like an event. Like I rented out like a big like
Venue.
The venue, yeah, big like venue. But that night was like whatever.
So we get there.
You got there like kind of like I showed up early and like I was already feeling good. Like I was already like
drinking.
Obviously, I'm over 21. I was drinking and I was kind of nervous. So I remember drinking like a lot in the Uber because I was so nervous because I was going to have to like say hi to like random people.
That is nerve wracking before an event like that.
No, literally. And it was like nighttime too. And I was like dressed up and like I literally was like, okay, like I need to be drunk. Like I cannot talk to people. I'm normally not like that. But like I was just so nervous. I was like, I need to be drunk. I was like with my friend Cassidy in the car. So I'm like drinking in this Uber. I show up. I'm like feeling good.
Oh yeah, you're
I'm feeling it.
Trust
like,
me, I remember when I talked to you, I was like, yo, are you okay?
I literally like
I was really like concerned for you because some guy was like right behind you on you. Like pretty much like this guy was like he had his hands like around Molly's waist. And I'm like trying to talk to Molly and this guy's like looking at me like, and he's like, can I say what he said?
Sure.
I mean, like he was like, Molly's kind of like,
I'm out of it at this point. Like I'm literally just like hugging like random like people off the internet. I'm like, oh my god, like giving every rule.
Very dangerous.
Yeah, no, so dangerous.
But yeah,
like,
this
literally.
guy like okay, obviously when I went, like everyone there like knew who I was because like it was an open event and like you know like me and Molly, like people know who I am. And
you're like the special guy.
I just showed up to show some support. You know?
a little cameo.
And you came up to me and you're like super drunk. This guy's behind you grabbing your waist, and I'm like looking at, I don't want to say her name, but like your friend. And I was like, yo, is she good? Like, she with him? They're like, yeah, he's good. But then he was like whispering in your ear, like, oh, I can't wait to fuck you tonight.
Oh my god, which didn't happen, obviously.
Yeah, and I'm just like, and in my head, and he kept saying it to make sure I heard it.
Yeah,
and I'm
he
like,
was like saying it and then making eye contact.
Yeah, he was like looking at me as if I'm gonna be like, oh no, bro.
Yeah.
Like so many, like this has happened so much, but like it's just crazy. And then after that, I obviously like wanted to make sure you were good and you were comfortable.
I think you were more concerned for me.
I definitely was, because I was like, yo, like, and that's why I made sure with your friends. I'm like, does Molly know this person?
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, he's a friend. And I'm like,
but he was like literally totally a friend. I think he low-key kind of like didn't like you because he's never been like that with me before. And I was so drunk, and I think he literally was just kind of like intimidated by
I mean, I'm sure
something.
people that try to talk.
He was definitely intimidated because you don't come up with. And you don't go up to anyone with that energy off the bat.
Because I'd love to like meet people and be like, yo, what's up, man? How are you? I'm Brian.
Yeah.
But he came up on some like, you know what? I'm going to make FaZe Rug jealous. Like, dude, hey, we all know you a fan at the end of the day.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, after that, I just kind of made sure that like you were good. And
my family was there, so I think you like talked to them. But and then like I just remember like you leaving. You made sure I was okay, but I remember you leaving.
That definitely made me leave.
That guy, I think, like messaged you or something.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it didn't even end there. This dude messaged me on Instagram.
It's ongoing.
And I'm just like, I'm not the type to usually like respond to stuff like that.
What did he say to you?
I don't know exactly what it is. I want to find it, but it was more like I took your girl. And I'm just like, bro, like you are not that guy. Like you're not him. I'm sure Molly like did not even know you were like behind her. I don't know. It was just like, it was a scary night for me. I'm just like, dude, first off, I just hope Molly's safe. But then I dipped after that. We all dipped because I was like, bro, like this is not where I want to be.
No, that was a dangerous night for me because I didn't have any security and it was an open event and I was wasted.
But at least you had your family.
I hope
you went home with your family.
No, I did. I went home with my brother Chase actually took me home.
Okay, great. Yeah. Chase and Chance, right?
Yeah.
I think I've met them both, right?
Yeah.
They're
really nice.
For that reason,
yeah.
Such nice people, wrestlers. Like they're good protective siblings, which I like. But
but don't ever do that, guy.
I'm sorry, but me and Noah always like if we ever want to laugh, we're just like, hey bro, you trying to hit Halloween?
Yeah.
Like it's just funny because like we were just
that
like,
was so bad.
But like no matter what, like I was not mad at you. Like I was like, okay, like it was just kind of like I didn't know if you were with him or if you were a part of.
I think you thought he was like my boyfriend or something.
Well, yeah, I mean, if someone's whispering in your ear saying that and like looking at me and you're not pushing him away, I'm like, oh, maybe they're talking because we weren't dating at the time. So I was like,
you didn't want to intrude or anything, you know. If that was
was like, it was so funny because like I feel like he was really, really like just insecure about himself.
He wanted to like have beef with you for sure, which is funny because he's like normally a nice guy, but yeah,
it's fine.
That was.
I mean, that's just funny to me because at the end of the day, like I'm chilling.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. Like, I'm just like, all right, whatever. People have done like shit like that to me all the time where bro, remember on Hollywood Boulevard? Guys, this
that
is
shit was funny.
Hey, this was actually funny because I laughed about it after. But like, bro, so we were meeting tons of fans on Hollywood Boulevard, and then like me and Noah were walking back to my car, and I see this car reverse in traffic, like back to us, and I was like, oh no, like, are they like, what are they gonna do? This guy rolls down his window, and he's like, yo, what up? And I'm like, yo, what's up, man? Nice to meet you. Pulls out his phone. He's like, hey, yo, suck my dick.
Yeah.
And I'm like, really? Okay, where? When? He's like, suck my dick right now. I'm like, all right, I'm down. Like what? And he's like, oh, whip it out right now. I'm like, okay, do it. I'm ready. What are you waiting for? And he's like, I'm actually a big fan of yours, bro. And then he just drove off. I'm like, bro, like,
I was like, what?
I was waiting for that clip to get posted somewhere because, like,
this is like in the middle of an intersection. So, like,
yeah,
he was like on the other side of the intersection, and he reversed back to where the car was about to go.
I think people maybe just get like so much adrenaline when they see you. They don't
Yeah,
know
they don't know
what
how
to
to
say. They
react.
want a reaction.
Yeah, I think they just think like viral.
Yeah,
it's like, oh my God,
yeah.
pulling up on FaZe Rug and telling him to suck my dick.
They
That
see
would
you
get
as
a lot of views.
clickbait.
But what they don't understand is they'll probably get clowned on for that because it's like,
in the long run, you just lost like a huge connection with, if they even had one. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Yeah.
they didn't.
And I also think maybe like they think the conversation will last longer versus, hi, nice to meet you. Let me take a photo. Like maybe they'll be like, oh, I'm going to get more longevity out of this.
I was
so weird.
I was just more like, instead of being like, dude, what the fuck? No, fuck you. Like, it's like, I just make light out of it, you know? It's like, yeah, like, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Come on. Do you want me to go right now in your car? Like, what do you want? Like, it's just stupid.
I'm
like,
a biter, but what's up?
Oh, shit. But yeah, I don't know. It's like, it's funny because I've had interactions that people don't know about because I'm just like.
But honestly, I don't know anybody as big as you that has had no drama. Like, I literally am like, he literally has no drama at all with nobody. It's crazy.
It's because when I have drama with someone, I always want to fix it.
Yeah,
I don't know
that's
why.
Just how
like,
you are.
And some people say like, dude, like, don't be such a pussy. Like, who cares? You could have beef with people, and I'm like, I just want to like,
there's no
be
point.
On good terms.
Yeah, it's like life's too short to be beefing. With
and I like waking up and knowing that like I don't hate someone or someone doesn't hate me for a specific reason.
Unless it's a reason where it's just like you can't go out of your control. It's like, who gives a fuck?
If it's something that's like crazy that someone did
like the
to
guy
me,
at her
it's
party, like, who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, obviously, like I don't care about that.
Yeah,
guy.
but
like,
when it comes to like an actual like, maybe you said something to them that they didn't like, you want to kind of fix that because it's like, maybe I was in the wrong.
Miscommunication.
Exactly.
Real quick, sorry to interrupt.
You're not interrupting.
I just gotta continue boosting my friends over at HyperX.
Oh my God, I love them.
They are gonna stick with me throughout this podcast because they are so amazing. I love them. Their quality of their mics are actually insane.
Yeah.
I use it to play Warzone. Molly, I know you know a little thing or two about Call of Duty.
Oh, of course.
And HyperX is the way to go. All Grown Up is brought to you by our friends at HyperX and HyperX Quadcast. That simple to use USB microphone has everything a content creator could want. It's got style, it's got versatile, and it has a ton of features. The Quadcast's 4 selectable polar patterns let you quickly tune your mic for the content you're recording. The tap to mute sensor and bright LED indicator makes it obvious when your mic is on. These come in clutch when you're trying to avoid unfortunate broadcast accidents. It's also got a built-in pop filter and a shock mount to help silence unwanted bumps and pops, and because this all comes included in the box, you don't have to shell out extra cash for a bunch of add-ons. If you're looking for something a little extra, step up to the Quadcast S, which adds a nice touch of customizable RGB lighting.
RGB?
RGB.
Dude,
red, green, blue.
Yeah, bro. Roy G. Biv.
Whether you're streaming, gaming, or recording content, you're going to love when you broadcast with your Quadcast.
All right, now starting off with the questions of the week. You know, people like to ask questions, and we like to answer them. So, starting off with Nathaniel Brewer, what was your favorite part about each other?
You can go first.
Wow,
Okay.
I like these.
I definitely love, like, your personality and always just
so cute.
shut up.
He's blushing. He's blushing.
And like, yeah, like every time we would hang out, like you'd always make me laugh and freaking I'm just like, I'm like nervous. No, but like, yeah, it was always a fun time when we'd hang out, and we'd always just like have a fun time, and you would make me laugh all the time, and it was just great, you know.
You
like
do laugh at my jokes.
your vibe is amazing. Like, it uplifts the room.
Aw,
So
That's so cute, dude.
Thank you.
I just gotta give that to you.
He
Thank
actually
you.
does laugh at my
Now,
jokes.
Most
people.
What's your favorite part?
My favorite part about you is actually, I don't know if everyone knows this, but you're actually a real gentleman. Like, I remember we'd be filming videos, like, you'd have so much going on, like, fans trying to say hi to you and everything, and, like, you'd be opening up my door. Like, literally, like, even, like, when we were just, like, friends, like, someone trying to take a picture, this and that, but, like, you'd always make sure I was okay and open up doors, and it's, like, crazy. Yeah, like,
I feel like that's just how I was raised, you know? Like, I want to just always be a gentleman and respectful.
You'd be like, no, I got it. So you have, like, you're a real gentleman.
Oh, thank you.
So wholesome. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Roberto Fuentes 23 says, ooh, this is why did you guys break up, and do you guys miss each other?
Do we miss each other? Yeah.
I miss you. I mean,
literally some of like my best memories is like with you. For sure.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you.
Like I look back, especially during COVID, like when everything was like shut down and stuff, like I just miss like filming videos with you, being around you, hanging out with you. But like, yeah, of course I miss you.
Yeah, we haven't seen each other in over a year.
I know.
And we would like text each other, like I would text you like, Molly, I miss you, like how have you been? And like we just never like scheduled something to like hang out because like again for me, like I just think my past year has been so busy and I don't even like making that as an excuse. Cause like you can make time.
It is and it
people.
isn't, you know.
But I will say one thing about you, out of everyone in my life, like I've never had a guy stay in my life this long ever. Literally, I've never talked to a guy. Like we've talked consistently, we've kept in touch. Like I don't think I've ever had like this strong of a relationship with a guy ever in my life. So like you'll always like have a huge part of my heart no matter what.
You too.
And you've also like us like growing together and stuff, and like just like you helping me grow and stuff. Like there's so much you've done for me that like no one else has, and a lot of times in my shoes, like it's hard because people don't do things for me a lot.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, and like it's crazy because like I'll always have a special place because you've done so much for me. Yeah,
my heart.
Alrighty, Elite Lewis 23 asks, who has a better taste in food between you?
I think me. You just eat junk.
I might have to actually agree with that too. I feel like she does probably have a better taste.
Yeah, you're probably more on like the bougie food, you know what I mean? I remember the one time also we went out to eat after we filmed a video in Newport and we went to like sushi.
Oh my
Where
god,
did you guys
yeah,
go?
we went on like a legit like sushi date.
Yeah, it was cool.
You were sweet that time too.
Where was
there
it?
times when I wasn't
In
sweet?
Newport. No, you're always
I'm
sweet, but it was just more intimate. We went to Newport and we went to a sushi place, and it was just like it was cute because that place was so quiet and like there's more older people around, so like there was no fans bothering you or anything.
Yeah, it was nice.
So it was like just like us like on like a quiet date. It was cute.
Yeah, that's one of the like
awesome.
that's one of the like dates that I remember.
And there was no filming, there's no nothing. Like it was literally just like us.
Yeah,
I feel
like that was like rare to come by. Like, because most of the time it was like, oh my god, we have to film.
Or there would be someone coming up to you or anything like that. But yeah,
that's something that sticks to me. But yeah, you definitely have better taste in food.
I help you with your Starbucks orders.
Yeah. Starbucks, you know everything about.
Mm-hmm.
Next question from Rarbert69. It's a great name. Did you guys ever really hook up?
And of course, that would be his username.
Was it just for content?
I mean, we did hook up.
Birthday. Your birthday.
Birthday.
Literally,
birthday sex.
But yeah, no, we
Jeremiah.
we have, but the most memorable time was your birthday.
Oh god.
Because there was so much going on.
That's the best time to do it. What are you talking about? Like,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Not with the experience that it was cool.
Yeah.
It was good. And then
there was just so much going on.
You know, some people actually think I'm a virgin.
You're not? I'm still a virgin.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, Brian's definitely not a virgin. But
You've been lying to me this whole time. Yo, okay, so our last question, and this is a good one, from Trevor.
Marisa?
No, okay.
Okay.
I wonder what he's up to.
I don't know.
Trevor.Murray _ Will you guys ever date again?
I mean,
come on.
I would be open to it personally because I haven't talked to anybody that like I've had feelings for since you at all. So it's been like a minute, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like just wherever the future takes me, you know, like
just go with the flow.
Just going with the flow and like making sure we like
it's the right time.
The right time, the right way.
Yeah, like it has to happen organically because I feel like if we just were like, okay,
let's start dating.
And also like you're such a big part of my life that like I never want to lose you. But of course I'm attracted to you. Of course, like I have feelings for you. So like there's always that. option. So we'll see.
Thank you, Molly.
And that wraps up questions.
Wow.
Oh my god, I love your fans, by the way. All their questions were really good.
Thank you guys for tuning into this juicy episode of All Grown Up. I really hope we answered all of your questions. These have been questions that people have wanted to hear for years, and I'm glad we were finally here to open up and just talk about them.
Finally did it.
Did you have a great time?
I had an amazing time.
Great.
Love to hear it.
Thank you for coming by. Thank you guys for watching All Grown Up and listening. We want you guys to stream this on all podcasting platforms. You know, you can watch the YouTube video a few days later when it drops. But if you want the exclusive, the first to hear the podcast, you got to listen to it on podcasting platforms. And yeah, guys, we'll see you all with the next episode. We're out. Peace.